Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and this is going to be my UFC 225 Whittaker vs. Romero 2 recap. Now, your boy is back from vacation. I had an amazing time on the last few days, like the last 2 days of my vacay. I started feeling a little bit under the weather, so that's why I sound the way I sound right now. But it's all good, man. But I was away, so I was in Bermuda, I was in St. Martin, I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then I was in a private island in Haiti called Labadee, and that shit was fucking amazing, man. I was fucking doing mad shit, just enjoying the weather. I was fucking jet skiing on a private island in fucking Haiti that was gorgeous, and now your boy is actually shopping for a jet ski. I need to cop a jet ski right now. If anyone is well informed about jet skis, let your boy know in the comments, and we're definitely getting in touch. But yeah, man, I had an amazing time. I was actually I was in the middle of the Atlantic the whole time, so I didn't have internet. I could have, but I wasn't gonna sign up for internet and roaming and shit like that. It wouldn't have been roaming, but I didn't sign up for internet, so basically I was off the fucking grid for 10 days. So I didn't know what was going down. I know that UFC Moraes versus Rivera happened. I had no idea about it. I kind of forgot. The day I got back was Saturday, and I was like, oh shit, is 225 today? So I was like, hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. This card I've been waiting for is here. I thought it was like mad far away, but it's right here. Apparently, Jimmy Rivera got knocked the fuck out real quick. Like, I saw like a little clip, but damn, I was not expecting that, bro. Like, at all. But I mean, I just saw a clip. So I think he got knocked out in 33 seconds. I didn't bother too much to look back at it, but that fucking sets you back. Like, being on a 20-something win streak and then you get knocked out in 30 seconds, that shit kind of kills your hype. Like, I don't see him getting a title shot anytime soon. And think about, like, the place he was in. He was about to fight Dominic Cruz. Like, he was pretty much in a title eliminator fight. And I even think this one was pretty much a title eliminator fight with, I mean, I don't know what's going down with Dom. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but dude, Rivera's got to work his ass off, and he's got to do some shit to make motherfuckers forget he got KO'd in 33 seconds. Like, that's some shit that becomes your legacy. Like, Jose Aldo, undefeated for 10 fucking years as a champion. But boom, 13 seconds. That's what everyone's going to say about Jose Aldo, regardless of his greatness. Regardless that Jose Aldo knocked out Cub Swanson in 8 seconds, he's going to be remembered, sadly, by the masses. I'm not saying the main MMA fans, but by the masses as 13 seconds. So my guy Rivera is on that shit. So you got to deal with that type of timing. But, yeah, man, I'm going to get into this great fight we had. But yeah, real quick, I mean, just vacation was fucking amazing, and it was weird to be, like, not plugged into the MMA world, not knowing what's going down at all. But, I mean, dude, just being in the tropical weather and just fucking enjoying life and God's creations and everything. It was awesome. So I'm back, re-energized, a little sick, but, you know, that's just going to get over it. It's not nothing big. But, yeah, this is going to be a little quicker because I got to hit up the gym quick because, I mean, on vacay, I was hitting up the gym a bit, but not like I should have been, you know what I mean? And got off my routine a little bit, so I got to snap back into that bitch. Anyway, I'm done boring you guys with my own shit. Whittaker versus Romero 2. Where am I going to start? From the top or from the bottom? I'll start from the bottom, work my way up. Pause. Fucking CM Punk versus Mike Jackson. That's where I'm going to start this bitch off with. Because that's where I started tuning in. because we got back Saturday, and then we're in my house in New York. Then we had to go to my house in the Poconos. So, and then went there, and then I was chilling, and then, we had a family friend over, so we're doing all that shit. So, in that time, I had to, like, get turned up, get drinks, and then fucking smoke some buds. And then, like, by the time I, like, smoked my blunt, it was, like, 10 o'clock. So, I was like, all right, main card starting. So, I totally missed Overeem getting knocked out by Blades. I actually found out because my boy MMA from the Heartland texted me and was like, that was crazy. Like, he held him down for the whole time and then just knocked him out with brutal elbows. So I definitely fucking feel for the Reem. I don't know where he goes from here. You know what I mean? Rashad Evans getting slept in, like, crazy time, like 30 seconds, something like that. And then Dana basically retiring him, and Dana being, like, classless, not letting Rashad have that moment. But, it was that kind of classic Dana, I'm telling them to stop. But whatever. I mean, salute Rashad, man. Rashad has nothing to hang his head about. He had an amazing fucking career. Won the Ultimate Fighter Season 2 at heavyweight. Won the belt at light heavyweight. Was a champion. Was one of the pioneers, dude. Had one of the highest rated seasons of the Ultimate Fighter. My favorite season personally was when he was coaching against Rampage. Dude, that season kind of spawned off a lot of big people too. It spawned off Roy Nelson, Kimbo Slice. Although it's not for fighting, fucking Brendan Schaub came off of that season. So there's a lot of things going on that season. It was entertaining, you know what I mean? So he's really one of the champions that brought it to the next level. Dude, he made Greg Jackson like the Cam Jackson wink. You can't front, dude. Rashad was the one that made that place poppin'. Rashad was the one that got everyone who was anyone saw him shining and wanted to go there. He's the reason John Jones is at Jackson Wink. So, I mean, even having dope-ass rivalries with John Jones, with Rampage, he made this shit entertaining. He's a fucking pioneer. He's a Hall of Famer, and he had an amazing career. Nothing to hang his head about at all. Salute to you, Rashad, man. I fuck with you. Congratulations on a great career. I know it's not the way anyone wants to go out, but it is what it is. Now, Overeem, I think... Fuck, man. Like, Overeem looks good, though. Like, not good... Overeem is not that, like, he's just getting trash. He's just, like, not having good nights. But, I mean, I'd like to see Overeem just ride it out a little bit more. But then again, he's gotten brutally knocked out. So, it's whatever he chooses to do. I doubt he's going to retire. He might. But, I mean, I'd rather see Overeem get in there, get one in with a formidable opponent, like a veteran. Not saying that they should run a fucking fourth fight between them, but someone like a stature of a Fabricio Verdum. Let Overeem kind of ride out on that. Maybe another Mark Hunt fight. You never know. So, something like that. Someone respected and well. Someone that's not going to build their name up off of Overeem. So, back to fucking CM Punk, Mike Jackson. Shit was trash. Shit was dash. I respect CM Punk for getting in there. I respect CM Punk for his heart. I respect CM Punk for making adjustments. He should. All right. Disclaimer. It's not. We all know it's not UFC caliber. So it looks so fucking amateur, dude. I'm pretty sure that I could pay $100, get my promoter's license, get 2 people from the channel, 2 subscribers, and we could put on a better fight than that, man. Like, I can almost guarantee it. You know what I mean? I actually can guarantee it. Like, that shit was extremely low level. That shit was beyond amateur. It had no real right even being on a pro amateur scene. I mean, a pro regional scene. Shit, that doesn't even have a right to be on a amateur regional scene. It looked more I've seen better World Star fights, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I've seen motherfuckers on World Star with more technique than CM Punk. I don't see how someone trains for years at Duke Rufus, at fucking Rufus Sport with all the looks you get, and you still lack fundamentals. I could see how nerves come into play, but the fact that nerves come into play and that washes away your training, it proves that it's just not for you, man. Like, even with nerves, man, your muscle memory should have taken over. That's why you're drilling and shit like that. But it looked ass. Like, just straight technically ass. Aesthetically ass. Every kind of ass you could imagine. That's what it was. It was the personification of the word ass in martial arts. I'm not even calling it martial arts. That was not martial arts in a combative form. I'm pretty sure my nieces have better technique. I'm pretty sure my 1-year-old niece has better technique than CM Punk, and I'm not even fucking around. Yeah, bro, it was trash, but besides the obvious, man, just looking from his first outing to his second outing, he definitely improved. He definitely did apply more things. Now, I'm talking about stand-up he was technically as. He did a good job of clinching. That's being very generous. He didn't do a good job. He did better than he did last time. He was more patient. He showed more of executing a game plan. He showed more of a bit more of a competent person when it comes to combat. But when it comes to just, it's not for him, man. That's all I could say. You could tell I appreciate the dream. I appreciate the passion, if you will. But, excuse me. But it wasn't. It was what it was, man. It was a fucking 39-year-old unathletic guy with some clout to him that they let in and try something and try to capitalize off his clout. And honestly, it backfired because it just made you look like shit. Mike Jackson is trash. Honestly, I wouldn't mind boxing Mike Jackson. If we could make that happen, that'd be funny. I wouldn't mind boxing Mike Jackson because he's I don't know, man. Like, I get it. Like, all right, CM Punk tried to talk you down, and you had a real bad outing against Mickey Gall. You got choked out real quick. I'm talking about Mike Jackson. And you want to show you're better than that. You want to kind of put on a clinic, put on display how high level you are. But the fact that you just rode that shit to a decision and really didn't know, it looked like he didn't know what to do from the ground. All right, so he was saying, the way he was, everything he was showing in his body language was, this guy is a can. He's easy. I'm going to wipe the floor with him. Look, I'm effortlessly doing it. When he had it on the ground, he was postured up. He wasn't even looking, throwing. And it was like, I'm I'm hitting you in the face without even looking at you. This shit is effortless. That's what he was trying to express through his body language, and that was blatantly obvious. And yeah, you did what you did. You clowned him for fucking 3 rounds, but you didn't get the finish. And afterwards, when Dana White gives you shit for that, you're gonna try to turn it around and be like, "Oh, I don't see how throwing bolo punches is looking at your corner for advice while you're fighting." And I say, no, that's not what you... Come the fuck on, man. That's exactly the total opposite of what you were doing. You know, you were not looking at your corner for advice because you weren't passing the guard. You weren't slicing over into mount. You weren't even nothing, man. You weren't doing shit. You're just showboating. And it's cool if you showboat, like, but you need to get the finish. So if you're showboating and it becomes a struggle 3-round decision, it's like what is that? And he easily could have got CM Punk out of there. So the fact he didn't get CM Punk out of there, went to a decision and really fucked CM Punk up more to the, like, he really didn't have to do that to him. You know what I mean? Like, it got really, like, dude. And the fact of the matter is, he didn't even give the ref a chance to save CM Punk, because even on the ground, he wasn't even turning up ground and pound to a fact that to even let the fucking referee step in. The least he could have did was just let the referee step in. Just even if you're just rabbit punching him in the fucking head, just let the referee fucking step in. Just give the rep an opportunity to save that man, because obviously CM Punk showed heart. No one's gonna doubt that. I respect him for that. I respect him for showing heart. I respect him for hanging in there. But dude got his fucking shit beat in, dog. Like, that was rough to watch. Like, it wasn't even cool after a while. And Mike Jackson, like, all right, you really asserted yourself as the much higher level opponent. You see, I'm getting emotional. My voice crack right there. Like, your higher opponent. But I think MMA Quick has hopped in there. But you showed yourself to be the much higher level opponent. So, like, you clown him for a little bit and end it. You don't stretch this shit out and just make it long and boring and brutal for no reason, which is what he did. I don't want to see him in the UFC. Fuck, I never even heard of his reporting. I don't ever want to watch it again. Like, dude, he easily could have Mickey Galled this shit. And what I mean by that is he could have beat CM Punk, called someone out, and then created a legit UFC career. This was his redemptive chance to actually have a UFC career. And he fucked it up because he was egotistical and wanted to make a certain point about it. Like, you would have made a bigger, better point if you fucked up CM Punk, finished him, called someone else out, and then would have been from there. But since he wanted to make this his display, it was like, that's it. That's your shot. And I kind of feel like that was it. And he knows it. I feel like he knows he's not a high enough level to compete at the UFC. He saw what Mickey Gall did. And I feel like this was his 15, literally. Unemphasis on lit, because that shit was not lit at all. But literally, he wanted his 15 minutes of fame. He knew this was the highest level he was ever going to be at. The most attention he's ever going to get. So he just wanted to drag that shit out. Or he got paid off to make it go 15. Either way, it was trash. And I respect CM Punk for his heart and making it. And congrats to him for going the distance. That's a moral victory. But that shit was trash. It was garbage. And it shouldn't have been on pay-per-view. It shouldn't have been on Fight Pass. It should have been shouldn't have even been on the Contender Series, dude. It should have just been something on a random day that they made their own thing, labeled as an exhibition on a fucking Tuesday, not even a Tuesday, a Wednesday night or some weekday, and whoever wanted to see it, and just to have this as a main card, like the first fight to kick off the pay-per-view, that shit just like, nah, son. But fuck that. I never want to see CM Punk fight again. Never want to see Mike Jackson fight again. And that's that. What was after that? I can't remember. So I'm just going to talk about Holly Holm, Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson looked good the first few exchanges in the stand-up where she kind of hit Holly with the knee and with the elbow. And I was like, oh, shit. She's a big bitch. Let's not get that twisted. And I say that with all due respect, but she's a big bitch. Like, I think Rogan said she looked like the chick from Avatar, and it was like, dude, she definitely does. She's really big and awkward and lanky. I think that if she, from what I saw, if she just gets her takedown defense a lot better, we might, if it's just stand up, like if it's a kickboxing match, I think we got like something kind of maybe with her and Cyborg, you know what I mean? Like when it came to striking, she didn't look too bad. Granted, she got clipped by like a few of Holly shits too, but I mean, she didn't look bad at all on the feet. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it kind of seemed like, all right, Holly was like, all right, I'm not risking that against this girl on the feet, so I'm gonna take it where I could take it that she can't. You know what I mean? So, like, Holly's wrestling got a lot better in ground and pound, so she just did that. She kind of had like a Cormier-esque performance, but props to Holly for being able to do that and add that to her game. Like, we've seen her clinch up Cyborg and control Cyborg a little bit, so it's like we're seeing Holly round out and becoming a more complete, fuller mixed martial artist, and really that's what she displayed. She displayed the ability to make adjustments, still laying good shots when she was standing, but take it to a safer place where she can swim and the other person can't. So that just shows more of a technical growth from her, and a well-rounding of her game. So that's good to see, but it wasn't that fun. It wasn't that entertaining, but good to see Holly's improvements, you know what I mean? So good for her getting back in the win column. A lot of her luster is gone, man. Like a lot of that hype off of the Ronda win is washed away. Even with the Misha loss, it didn't hurt her that bad, but it wasn't that entertaining. Didn't meet expectations. Not even talking that she lost, just even when she was winning, it wasn't that entertaining. And yeah, it's been a little rough. I personally think she won the GDR fight, but didn't get the nod. And you know, she's kind of working her way up, but lost the luster. Still has the name. I'm sure she still has some drawing power. She really is the only star the females have left. Amanda Nunes is not moving the needle, not one bit. So she's on a win streak now, a 1-fight win streak. So I think this is the fight that kind of gives her that title shot to Nunes, because you have no one else for Nunes. I think that's what's next for Holly. I think it's fucking in Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm for the 135 strap. Now to, oh my goodness, bro, RDA versus Colby Covington. All shit aside, man, you gotta kind of respect Colby Covington for being able to do what he did. Now, it wasn't like an incredible star-making performance where you're like, oh shit, this guy really is on some next level. But it's really someone that knows how to utilize their best, what they're best at. Matchup wise, it favored him, but I thought RDA would be higher level to shut him down with takedown defense and on the ground and being able to work off his back more. I mean, Rafael was with Cordero for mad long, so I mean he's getting looks in with Verdum and all that shit. So, I just think that Colby executed a game plan very well, and I respect that. He came out with minus the entertainment factor, just with the coming forward. He was kind of like Gaethje in the I'm just gonna nonstop pressure you. Now Gaethje pressures you in a much more offensive, striking based way, while Colby is more of a wrestling forward pressure. I'm a kind of just have you constantly working off your back foot. So he did that. That threw RDA off. And it wasn't even like a technical pressure. Like RDA could handle or deal with better adjusting Gaethje type pressure, because that's kind of like Tony Ferguson. So he dealt with Tony Ferguson's pressure better, way better than he dealt with Colby's pressure, because Colby's is more of a grinding, like frustrating pressure. So he did a good job frustrating RDA, so whenever RDA was separated and not clinched up, RDA was so frustrated, he just wanted to get some bombs off regardless, not being clean and concise, not utilizing lateral movement, only moving straight, like only being linear, really, never really circling out, not really focusing on technique and how to counteract the game plan, but he was more focused on, I want to smash this guy. So, pause. So he really took Rafael out of his element. To do that to someone as seasoned as Rafael, you got to give credit for. The fact that he even fucking won, I give him mad credit for. And the thing is, it's not even like, oh, they gave him an unfair nod. It was like, dude, I could see how Colby could win, because I had that shit going 2-2 into the fifth, and Colby really squeezed out the fifth. So I mean, it wasn't as entertaining as like a RDA Tony Ferguson, nowhere near that, but it had its moments, and it was more of like a grinding, grueling fight, where you're just like, shit, like. But Colby's pressure was nonstop. It was forward. It was reckless. I think chaos is a good name for him. And to be quite honest with you, man, all his shit is like super cringe. Before his shit was like corny, and it was like worse than Chael Sonnen. And it was like, how are you in a new generation, but you're cornier and worse than Chael? And his shit is still pretty like corny Covington. Covington, whatever the fuck his name is, Colby Covington, yeah. But at the end, like watching his interviews afterwards and watching his press conferences afterwards, I was like, it's not that bad. Like, it's not good. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but he was making some points. Excuse me. And the fact that he wasn't as cringy, making some points, like making some moments, And the fact he has some gold around him kind of legitimizes it. And the fact that he did it against RDA, I kind of feel like UFC and everybody was just putting RDA against like a new matchup just to really get him to Tyron. And the fact that Colby beat RDA and now he's fighting Tyron after he's been building it up for mad long. I think the UFC is going to get behind Colby now. Like, I really think they're going to push him a bit. And Dana White said that he could make the White House trip happen. That'd be fucking wild. Imagine, but like, that'd be crazy. An interim champ going to the White House. Like, I mean, anyway. If it does, man, that'll take that shit to a whole nother level and get Colby a whole new audience and a whole new level of exposure. You know what I mean? So Colby, I mean, dude, when we saw, like, it's kind of crazy because it's like even the worst off-brand ripoff of McGregor works. That's crazy. You could do that. You could set such a blueprint that even the worst of the worst of the worst iteration of it could still bring you high levels of success. Now, not taking anything away from the fact that Colby has skills and he knows how to use it, but the fact that the trash talking definitely perpetuated him. The trash talking definitely got him into the spot. The fact that no one really think about when Colby Covington, right after John Jones fought DC and Colby Covington was like, oh, Tyron's boring, I have dirt on him, da 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 da. Some shit like that. No one really knew who Colby Covington was, to the fact after Damian Maia, where he turned full heel. I mean, and he's just been going hardcore with it ever since. He's really been perpetuated. So, yeah, the fact that a shtick works, it's like, that's crazy. That's honestly like the equivalent of, I don't even know, man. Like, fucking, you see Apple having Apple phones, like Apple the company having success, and then you have a ripoff of it, like the E phone, and then you have like the iOrange, and then you have like the fucking iKiwi. And just like the ripoff of the ripoff of the ripoff of the ripoff, but that still becomes a $1 billion company. That's really what it, like, Colby is. Because it's like, dude, you're like the worst possible imitation of someone, yet you still are getting success off of it. Everyone's going to just trash talk now. It's like, this shit is going to turn into WWE, because Colby Covington was the guy that was like, oh, this guy's like he's an embarrassment of the way he's trying to do it, but it worked. So now everyone, dude, Colby, as much as I hate to say this, dude, Colby Covington changed the game, because he took an exploited, ran through, like, just everyone knows, like, that the because of McGregor, the shit talking is what everyone does, but to do it at such a shit level and then just be kind of a troll, like, it became so shitty that he really just turned himself into a fucking meme, and just success. Like, he's literally Artem Lobov with success. Like, you know how people are like, Artem is the GOAT. Like, you have the internet trolls that be like, Artem is the GOAT, Artem is the greatest, da 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 da. You're gonna see a shit ton of Colby the GOAT Covingtons. You're gonna see a lot of fucking trolls come out the woodwork, because he's troll master of the UFC. Facts. no one else literally turned themselves into a cringy, trolling meme and embodied it and embraced it and had success with it. So, I mean, shit, fuck. What could I say? You gotta respect. If it works, it works. So, yeah. Colby Covington is the interim champ, and he beat RDA. Like, what the fuck? All right, but good on him. Now I'm off that, and now I'm gonna talk about fight of the year: Whittaker versus Romero 2. And every time these guys get together, it's fucking fireworks. Like, it's fucking incredible. Man, Whittaker is so high level. When you see him, like, when you compare him getting knocked out to Stephen Thompson to just what he is now, it's just fucking incredible, man. It's crazy, dude. Like, he is a legend at this point, in my opinion, because the run he's going on is just like some shit that is just like greatness. You know what I mean? It's got like kind of like an air of Robbie Lawler, but he's so young, and just the way he could handle things, and like, he's very cool, calm, composed, a really nice guy. But when he gets in the ring, he has that confidence, like that fucking that shit you can't fake. Like, the way he goes out there and the way he confidently the way he throws his shit, man. You know, he's just like, he knows he's a fucking badass. So the way he handled Romero in the first round was very impressive, because I was like, yo, he's doing what Romero did to him, but the way he is coming with the pressure, you know, he took what he did in the success he had in the first fight and refined it and fine-tuned it more in the first round. Now, and he knows kind of a lot of reads for Yoel's explosive shit. He ducked under a lot of, like, some crazy spinning back fist. He ducked under a lot of explosive shit. So that's mad props. He did get caught by a lot of shit, though. He caught Yoel with a lot of shit too. But I mean, like, the most significant strikes were on Yoel's behalf. To be honest with you, I was like kind of coming down, and, like, you know, alcohol was wearing off a little bit, but are wearing up a little bit. But Yoel, man, like, he's a fucking beast. But, like, the way I scored it, I mean, I wasn't mad. I had a 3-2. I could see how you could make it a 10-8 round for Yoel on the last one. I would say, man, honestly, the fair score would be a draw. I didn't mind Whittaker winning. I didn't really see it being like this crazy robbery. But it's one of those things that's just up in the air for anyone to decide anything. You know what I mean? Everyone can make good points on either way. You can make a very good argument that Yoel won and he deserved the nod. You can make a good argument that Whittaker won. I think people lean more to the side of Romero won. I kind of leaned a little bit towards Whittaker, but I mean, I'm going to rewatch it again, most likely today or tomorrow, and really have a strong assessment of it, because I wasn't really, like, assessing it hardcore in the fight. I was more just in the moment of, dude, this shit is fucking madness. Like, and excuse me. I think the reason why I'm leaning more to Whittaker is because we all know Yoel is fucking great. And we all know Yoel is a motherfucking badass and a monster, and he's made these adjustments that even tuned him into more of a fucking monster. But I think what made me more biased towards Whittaker was to just how he was handling this monster, and to see where he was to where he is. I was like, dude, we're just seeing I really think that's what had me more like almost mesmerized by Whittaker more, is because, dude, look at, even when he was eating those shots, how resilient he was. I was more amazed of the fact that he could eat those shots and continue. Nobody eats those shots, dude. Nobody survives Yoel like that. So that's what really kind of gave more of like an affinity towards Whittaker. I'm like, dude, not only has he improved so much technically that I'm just so impressed, but the fact that he's so resilient and like smart and surviving and recovering and then being offensive. I really think that's what moved me towards Bobby Knuckles, because I was just like, dude, like, and he's so young too. I'm like, dude, we're seeing greatness. We're seeing dude, honestly, like, I'm not saying as of right now, but the way he's going, dude, we're seeing him walking down the path of becoming a GOAT. And I'm not just saying this on the hype. It's just like, dude, to deal with Yoel the way he was dealing with Yoel, that's some super high level shit. And to eat the shit he ate and come back, and I was just amazed. So I really think that's why I was personally like leaning more towards Whittaker, and I have to watch it with more of a neutral, less biased eye and assess it more, because I was just fucking amazed, to be quite honest with you, that Bobby Knuckles was as high level as he is. Now, that's not taking anything away from Romero. It was just already known that Yoel is just incredible. And the fact that we saw in the Luke Rockhold fight that he made the adjustments that cost him the Robert Whittaker first fight. So we saw him make that adjustment and be like a championship caliber fighter, because he could go the championship rounds and be strong. But my question and the curiosity was, going into this fight, how is Whittaker gonna handle the new improved Yoel, which is a fucking monster, like a monster times a monster. So that's really what I was going in looking for, and having those questions being answered. So my eye was more watching Whittaker. Now I'm going to watch it in a neutral stance, either today in the gym or tomorrow in the gym. But yeah, these are my thoughts on it, with those influences coming into play. But man, Bobby Knuckles is a fucking beast. He's a monster. I think, fuck man, like, I honestly have to say, dude, like, Weidman is my guy, but I think he's like kind of like going on a run where he's surpassing Weidman's run, because when you look at my personal hierarchy of middleweight champions, I have it top 3. Excuse me. I had an Anderson Silva number one, obviously. Number two, Weidman. And I had three, Whittaker creeping up there. I pretty much was only ranking in 1, 2, Anderson, Chris. But I guess you could throw Rich Franklin in there to be nice. But the way he's going right now, man, he's being a monster, and he's really fighting for best middleweight of all time, like, status. Because you know how you had GSP in welterweight, and you were amazed by him and the things he did, and just like the reign he had. But then you had Robbie Lawler, which was like, oh shit, you gotta tune into a Lawler fight. So you kind of had like it's different metrics. It's like, all right, you had like the sustenance, but just like overall, just that feeling when a fight ends where you're like, oh shit, son, that was incredible. Bobby Knuckles is bringing that like in all of his fights now. So he's on a legendary title run right now. Fucking legendary. Super salute to fucking Bobby Knucks, man. Super fucking salute. Shout out Yoel, man. I know Yoel had the weight thing. Really fucks him that he missed it by 2 ounces. He missed it 2 title fights in a row. Dana White's telling him to go up to light heavyweight. I think that's definitely an easier route to the title. I definitely think Yoel beats Daniel Cormier. And I think that sucks for Luke Rockhold, honestly, because Luke Rockhold is basically getting out of going into light heavyweight, because middleweight wasn't really working out. His chin is going. I think his chin is just gone in general, but he was trying to blame the weight cut. I think he's going to be just as chinny at light heavyweight, but the fact that Yoel is there, it's like, I don't see Luke Rockhold being able to beat Yoel ever. So that just sucks for him. Because if they have to rematch it, Nighty Night Luke again. So I feel like Yoel's doing his damn thing. But Yoel could go up to light heavyweight, do a run there, and then even come back to middleweight if he wants. He just needs to kind of get this shit out of people's minds. My bad, I was gonna call. So he needs to just get this shit out of people's minds, quite frankly. And the fact that he missed weight, go up to light heavyweight, have a few fights, even go fight for a title, like one fight for the title. John Jones, we don't know what's going on, so Yoel could definitely be a star up there. And yeah, bro. He could just make his way back to middleweight if he wants. Just he needs to get this shit out of people's minds. That's about it, because it happened twice, and it never happened before. It never looked like he had a bit like weight cutting problems before, but shit happens. So I feel like he goes up. He could reign at light heavyweight and just be king until John Jones gets back, and that'll be very interesting. But that'd be actually exciting and new. But if he just wants to go up there, have a fight, maybe get a title shot, and then if he gets the strap, obviously stay up there. But if he doesn't, then just come back down. Yeah, man. Fight of the year so far, in my opinion. Fucking amazing fight. I honestly would not even mind seeing a Whittaker Romero 3. That's how incredible this shit is. This is the kind of shit that, rivalries that are just incredible that you never see coming. I never thought that Whittaker Romero would have an amazing series. I mean, not that I thought it wouldn't be like, I didn't think it would be a bad series, but the fact that it's as incredible as it is, uh, it's in the air of, definitely within top 5, top 10 greatest title fights of all time, my opinion so far. So it's like that's incredible, man. Salute to Bobby Knuckles for doing his damn thing. Salute to Yoel Romero for putting on the motherfucking show. Amazing fight. Amazing fight. And Whittaker just like really legitimized the middleweight belt. You know what I mean? Like, no one could say shit that, oh, that's a paper champion. That's a paper belt. Because GSP had the linear belt, but none of that shit fucking matters now because of the people Bobby Nux has gone through. So congrats, Robert Whittaker, man. Thank you for putting on this incredible show. Oh, and he broke his hand in the 3rd round. That's another thing, man. Motherfucker broke his hand and he was still putting in work. So shout out Bobby Nux. Hope he recovers soon. And yeah, I think either up next is my boy Weidman or Kelvin Gastelum. So I would say Weidman over Gastelum, but Gastelum Gastelum lost to Weidman, but Gastelum has a bit of a stronger argument to a title shot. So yeah, man. Middleweight's looking pretty good right now. It's looking good again. When Bisping was holding it up, it was kind of like, what's going on here? But now it's looking real exciting again. So especially with Bobby Nux on the reign, and we're looking at something special with Robert Whittaker. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, man, that's what my thoughts on it so far. I'm gonna try and do a combat culture episode this week. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try and get it done tomorrow, but I have shit to do, so I don't know if that'll be able to happen exactly, but I'm definitely looking to get a combat culture episode out soon. So, I rock with you guys. I appreciate you guys for listening. So, yeah, that's about it. You already know it's Mastermind MMA.